There are moments in life that hold a profound, almost sacred significance. A first step, a first word, the first ray of dawn after a long night. For the creatures of our world, there is another such moment, one of extraordinary power, the first taste of freedom. It is a return to a life almost lost, a reclamation of an ancient birthright, from confinement to the boundless expanse of the wild. Under the cloak of darkness on a remote moonlit beach, a timeless ritual is about to begin. For countless generations, this stretch of sand has served as a cradle for new life, a place where the ocean gives and receives. But tonight, the ancient cycle has a helping hand. A miracle, small yet profound, is about to unfold. Born from a fragile shell, this tiny life carries the legacy of a species that has navigated the world's oceans for over 100 million years. These green sea turtle hatchlings were rescued as eggs from danger, a nest laid too close to a busy pathway, vulnerable to predators and human disturbance. Without intervention, their chances of survival were almost zero. They were brought to a sanctuary where they were incubated under the watchful eye of human care. Here, in a controlled and safe environment, they were given the precious gift of time, allowing them to develop fully, safe from the perils of the outside world. But now, that chapter is over. Human care ends, and a powerful primal instinct begins. An internal compass imprinted in their DNA awakens. There is no hesitation, only a desperate, determined dash to the ocean. This short journey across the sand is the most dangerous of their lives. Every ounce of energy is focused on this single goal, reaching the water. The world they have just entered is a battlefield. Ghost crabs, masters of the nocturnal hunt, scuttle from their burrows. Above, gulls patrol the sky, their keen eyes searching for an easy meal. For these tiny turtles, every shadow is a potential threat, every sound a warning. Their guide is the faint, shimmering light on the water, the brightest point on the natural horizon. This celestial beacon is their only map. The primal urge to follow it eclipses all else, fear, exhaustion, the chaos around them. Finally, the first touch of the sea. Tumbled by a wave, the frantic scramble across the sand becomes a weightless dance. The awkward crawl transforms into an elegant, powerful stroke. They are home. The great race is over, but the epic journey has just begun. High on a sun-drenched rocky outcrop, a young survivor surveys a world it is about to reclaim. The air itself feels different here, thin, crisp and alive with the scent of pine and stone. Below, the landscape unfolds in a tapestry of greens and browns, a stark contrast to the world it has known for so long. Its vision, sharp enough to spot a mouse from a mile away, was once confined to the view through the mesh of an enclosure, a world defined by wire, routine, and the careful hands of its human caretakers. The sky was a ceiling, not a kingdom. The journey back to this precipice was one of painstaking patience, rescue from the brink of death, rehabilitation, a slow and arduous process of mending bone and spirit. It was a long recovery, not just of atrophied muscle, but of the innate confidence that had been shattered. Every downstroke was measured, each extension a test of healing. Every feather's nuance was assessed, its structure a marvel of natural engineering, now painstakingly restored. The instincts were there, buried but not broken, waiting for the strength to answer their call. And today, all that work, all that hope, culminates in this one moment. The final test. The return to the boundless blue of the open sky. But it hesitates. The sheer scale of the world is overwhelming, the freedom so immense it is almost terrifying. The wind whispers of thermals and updrafts, a language it understands but has not spoken for an age. Then, a flicker of ancient memory, a commitment. With a powerful thrust from its talons, it leaps from the solid world it knows and into the void. For a heart-stopping second, it falls. But then, the air catches, and a rising current lifts it. The clumsy struggle gives way to grace. Suddenly, it is no longer falling or fighting, it is simply soaring. The wings, once a symbol of its confinement and injury, are now its salvation. This is more than flight. It is a homecoming. It is identity rediscovered, written on the wind for all the world to see. Not a pristine stream, but peril, runoff, illness, hypothermia, detoxification, careful reconditioning, specially designed pools, muscles rebuild, waterproof coat returns, hunting razor sharp. Now, a vibrant stretch of river awaits. Fresh water, damp earth, the promise of fish in Shakshin. intoxicating. It dives, abduction stain. A baptism washing away captivity, on land awkward, here an acrobat in a sensory rush. It resurfaces triumphant, the river returned to it, a resilient survivor, truly home again. Raised without a mother, with careful detachment to avoid imprinting. A soft release pen lets the forest become familiar, gradual rewilding, at its own pace, den still a refuge, every sound a lesson, hunger drives it farther, it learns the art of the stalk. A rustle becomes potential. Focus narrows. It misses. The wild does not yield easily. Failure teaches. The student improves. A first kill. Reliance shed. A hunter in the shadows. In Borneo, life is lived in the trees. Habitat loss stole their arboreal world. For orangutans, survival is learned. Nest, forage, travel. Today, a soft release onto a canopy platform. Deliberate, confident. The infant seeing true forest. A sensory immersion of height, sway, and song. Training bears fruit. Safe, plentiful larder. Monitored for months, ready to intervene if needed. A family returned to its canopy home. A link mended. The howl of a gray wolf is the voice of the wilderness. This wolf is part of a bold reintroduction. A new pack, months in a pen within their future range. The final barrier is removed. No humans present. They read the olfactory map of a land to claim. Not escape. Exploration. Assessment. Possession. Apex predators spark cascades, balance restored. A haunting chorus announces their return. The wild has its voice back. A living firework, once confined by the illegal pet trade, unlearning dependence, relearning to be a macaw. It masters the flock's complex conversation. It searches, cracks, solves, wild skills awakened, muscles rebuilt, maneuvering for dense jungle. No crate, only an open door and a choice. The forest answers, kin in the canopy. A final circle, as if goodbye, then it turns and joins. A rescued jewel returned to its rightful treasure chest. The coast is alive with a chaotic, thriving society, a symphony of barks and calls. This pup found malnourished and ill, a casualty of a changing ocean, but intensive care and dedicated effort restore its health and spirit. Conditioning is rigorous. Live fish test the hunter's reawakened instincts. Bright skies, a cautious step back onto the sand. The wild's familiar voices and scents flood back into memory. In salt and waves, it re-anoints itself wild once more. Challenges fade. A place is found among the many. Another voice joins the orchestra of the coast. What we have witnessed throughout these journeys is so much more than a collection of heartwarming moments. Each release, each return to the wild, is a promise fulfilled. It is a single, powerful note in a much larger symphony of restoration. It is a narrative of profound connection, unwavering resilience, and enduring hope. The connection between a dedicated caregiver and a creature in need. The resilience of life itself, its powerful instinct to survive and thrive against all odds. And the hope that our actions, guided by knowledge and empathy, can make a tangible difference. Every successful reintroduction is a testament to the quiet, tireless work of human compassion and scientific expertise. It speaks to countless hours of care, from initial rescue to the final, bittersweet farewell. These individual stories are microcosms of a much larger, global effort to heal our natural world. Each animal's journey back to its rightful home is a vital thread rewoven into the intricate tapestry of its ecosystem, strengthening the whole. Freedom is not an end, but a beginning. It returns them to life's honest tests, the search for food, the dynamics of territory, the ancient dance of predator and prey. We may never see them again. Their lives will unfold beyond our view, a mystery we are privileged to have touched, but we know they are out there, living as they were meant to, contributing to the wildness that enriches us all. Their reclaimed freedom awakens our shared responsibility. It is a powerful reminder that the fate of these creatures and the health of the habitats they depend on rests in our hands. This is the legacy we build. Every effort, no matter how small, mends a piece of our world. Protecting a nesting site, cleaning a river, supporting a sanctuary, it all contributes to a healthier planet. Let us continue to work toward a wilder, richer, more wonderful world, not just for them, but for all of us.